reporting about one of the most important times in the world, what makes us right here.
That's right, we will be looking at the European explorers and their many accomplishments, and covering it. We will be going to Ashton, who has more insight on it.
Thanks, Desir. We have lots of information about these famous explorers, such as Christopher Columbus, Ferdinand Magellan, Hernando de Soto, Bartolomé Diaz, and Henry Hudson. One non-explorer, Prince Henry the Navigator, played a big part in navigation. Even though he did not go on any voyages, he sponsored many navigations, and he sponsored voyages to the Canary Islands and at Porto Santo. He also sponsored ships to go to the African coast. It sure is. Another very influential explorer was Hernan Cortez. He sailed the ocean blue in 1521, and while in Tenochtitlan, captured the Aztec Empire. Additionally, he brought back to Spain crops, animals, laws, customs, and religion. Another great explorer was Ferdinand Magellan. Even though Magellan did not find notable land, he was the first to circumnavigate the world. He also found a passage between the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. Last but not least, Giovanni de Verrazano sailed from France up the North American coast and to Nova Scotia. He had a great impact towards France, and as he helped establish a French claim in North America, the French population increased.
Thanks, Ashton. It is amazing to know how much of an impact these explorers have had in this world.
Great point, Desir. Well, that's for us today. Have a great day, America. Welcome to Historical News, where you give us 5 minutes and we give you history. For our second day of the 3-day report, we will be reporting on the African slaves. Historical News will be reporting about the African slaves. Now we will be going back to the 1500s. To Nazir with more inside information about the African slaves.
Thanks, Daniel. Today I will be reporting on the African slaves. Not only were they neglected, but they have been taken away from their ways of life and families. This made the Africans very mad, but they couldn't do anything, because if they did, they would be punished by beating, whipping, or even death. These are just some of the many punishments they had sometimes, and they would be whipped for no reason.
What cruel treatment!
No, it really is. The Africans were treated badly and unfairly. Despite all this barbaric treatment, they managed to create their own culture. For instance, if 2 slaves got married, there would be a tradition to make it official. The 2 slaves would have to jump the broom.
That's a very cool tradition to have.
No, the slave folks also had their own type of music. They had jazz and blues, and when they had free time, slaves were considered fathers of jazz.
Jazz is still very popular today.
That's all for tonight, America. Tune in next.
Welcome to Historical News, where you give us 5 minutes and we give you history. For our last day of the 3-day report, we will be covering the Aborigines of North America, the Native Americans.
There are many tribes, cultures, and religions. Some include Inuit, Dina, and Apache. Unfortunately, the Native Americans were neglected and badly.
Native Americans were originally forced to work on plantations for the Europeans. But many died from the harsh treatment by the commandeer system and deadly diseases such as smallpox. Smallpox was a disease was originally brought to the Americas by European explorers. The disease was unknown to the Native Americans. Since a great amount of tribes was harmed by the disease, nobody was able to feed others. So many others died of starvation, dramatically diseased the population. Another reason the Native American population was hurt was because of the harsh treatment. They were used as slaves by the Spaniards, and all the work went to the crown. Furthermore, they were constantly being threatened by sticks and various weapons, such as guns and swords, making their life very harsh. What harsh treatment?
That is very true.
Well, this concludes our 3-day report. Have a good day, America.
It sure is. Another very influential explorer is Yo.
Citizen, do you understand why Bob Barker is such a sexy beast?
Yeah, why is it?
I'm asking, do you understand?
No.
You need to understand. Do you understand? Because his greatness is just like...
Another very influential, I forgot.
Historical News will be reporting about the African slaves first. We'll be going back to the 1500s. Now with Nazir with more inside information. You're recording upside down again.